The Celtics win a Christmas Day matinee 119-114. This is the Garden Report powered by Blue Apron on CLNS Radio. It's Celtics blog. I'm Jared Weiss and I'm flying solo here. The Celtics were able to somehow survive this onslaught from Carmelo Anthony and Kristaps Porzingis and even some Derrick Rose in there. Isaiah Thomas, big score per usual. He was a team's high scorer, while Marcus Smart had a team high 7 assists and was really crucial in allowing them to actually send Isaiah to the bench twice in this game. But it came down to those plays in the last minute there where Al Horford and Marcus Smart made a few absolutely phenomenal plays. The first being where Isaiah Thomas, with a little more than 40 seconds left, drives the lane, can't get there. He kind of like tosses a prayer over to Al Horford on the block. Horford works his man. He makes the drop step to go towards the lane, and then instead of going up for a shot, he actually told me after the game he was going up for a shot, but in the corner of his eye, he saw Marcus Smart all alone on the weak side elbow, threw it to Marcus. Marcus sinks the shot, and they clinched the game there on that one. There was still some chance left for them to win it. Avery Bradley stripped Carmelo Anthony on the second chance possession. That was the crucial one. And then Al Horford had a huge block on Kristaps Porzingis, who he posterized earlier in the game, and that is what sealed it for the Celtics. Marcus told me after the game that teams just aren't respecting his shot, which is something that kind of was really something that's talked about a lot during this game and then after the game between media folk from out of town. They're wondering, why isn't Marcus Smart able to shoot the ball? Nobody can really figure it out, right? But Marcus says he's trying to be more consistent. So sometimes it goes in. Tonight was one of those nights where they didn't respect his shot there, and it did go in. And it was a pretty phenomenal play. Al talked about how when you're in that situation, you're going for the shot, but then you see something in the corner of your eye, and that's when you make the play. And Stevens, I asked him about that after the game, and he said that you just have to make the best basketball play. I asked him about how hard is it to be patient in those late game situations where there's a minute left, where you're preaching always, instead of going for a good shot, go for the best shot. That's throughout the game when you have time to have more possessions, you can afford to make mistakes, but in the last minute of the game, it could be your last chance to actually win the game. So to have that kind of patience that the Celtics have to continue to just work the plays, continue to look for the right shot. They went all the way to the end of the shot clock on that crucial Smart 3 there. And the patience that they have and the vision that they have is pretty incredible. And they're a team that is built to sustain themselves, their game plan throughout the game. But we saw tonight that when Carmelo goes off, when Kristaps has some incredible plays, no matter how much they play their system, teams with great players are still able to overcome it, and we saw Russell Westbrook do that in Boston. They were able to survive Carmelo mostly because of some huge plays that Al Horford made on defense, and they got lucky that Smart did hit that 3. But it was a great performance all around for the Celtics. They had 8 players with at least 8 points because they had 2 guys that didn't quite cross that 10-point mark. Gerald Green was one of those guys, and he came in for Jaylen Brown in the middle of the second quarter after Jaylen got a bit of a stint and he didn't really impress Stevens. They went on a really big run there. It was a 17-2 run at one point, and that kind of blew open the game for them, but the Knicks eventually came knocking in the fourth quarter. But Isaiah Thomas, he was the scorer, of course, in the fourth quarter, as he always is. But Al Horford had some really crucial plays, and it actually worked putting Kelly Olynyk in the game in crunch time. Although Porzingis made some great plays, it was really his perimeter plays that were so crucial. But Porzingis was fantastic and late in this game. Carmelo, as painful as it is to watch him play sometimes, he was huge in the fourth quarter. And Derrick Rose, earlier in the game, showed a lot of vintage Derrick Rose. So the Celtics survived this one. They have Memphis coming up at home. We'll be back then for the Garden Report on CLNS and Celtics blog for Blue Apron, where you can go to blueapron.com/garden report and get 3 free meals for free shipping. I'm Jared Weiss, and we'll see you back in Boston.